UFC 311 fight week is on fire. Let's recap the fight week and check whatever important stuff related to UFC 311 has happened. I'm the Indian accent guy and you are on Fightbook. Arman Tsarukyan was the first one to give the interview on media day. Arman doesn't see anything special in his opponent Islam Makhachev ahead of their rematch and believes he also has weaknesses as he has already been knocked out. Arman says that his opposition in earning a title shot is way better than Islam's. He predicts that MMA fans will witness an elite level showcase in UFC 311 man event unlike anything they have ever seen before in the UFC history. Arman expects a historical clash that people will be talking about for a whole decade. He revealed that he has prepared an awesome secret move for this fight which has never been used before in the UFC. Arman had previously said he plans to walk through the entirety of Russia with the UFC belt after UFC 311. But now after checking ChatGPT, which says it would take him 182 days to walk, Arman says he is now gonna drive instead. Arman says he doesn't care about the legacy once he becomes the UFC champion and would prefer money fights only. The first fight he wanna take after becoming a champion is a rematch against Charles Oliveira to show everyone that Oliveira can't beat him. He also talks about Ilia Toporia's desire to move up to the lightweight division and thinks Topuria at lightweight would be best for the lightweight division as he has a big name. A reporter asked him what his job would be if he wasn't a fighter, and the Armenian Batman answered he would have been hanging out on his island. Islam Makhachev isn't buying this secret technique talk from Arman Tsarukyan and recalls his wrong prediction to finish Oliveira in the first round. During fight week, Islam had said that although he is open to fighting Ilia Topuria, he is more likely to fight for the welterweight title. Ali Abdulaziz is the manager of both Islam and Bilal, so Islam doesn't think it would be difficult to make this fight. But the problem is that he isn't sure whether he wants to fight for the welterweight belt or not. Contrary to his fight week comments, he said during media day that Bilal and Shafkat both are world-class fighters with all the skills and these are not the fights he would like to want. Whatever he says, we all know who's next in the line for the next lightweight title shot. Yeah, Do Bronx Charles Oliveira, who says he will be sitting in the first row at UFC 311 and would be ready for an octagon face-off if he gets the opportunity. Co-headliner of the card Merab Dvalishvili wants to put his hands on Umar Nurmagomedov instead of taking a heavy wrestling approach. He had previously claimed that he would slap Umar after their fight if Umar doesn't apologize. So when he was asked about his bad blood with Umar during media day, he seemed calm and said that he hopes to end his rivalry with Umar in their fight and then be good with him like they were in the past. But now, Umar seems aggressive and has strong words for the champ as he plans to destroy him at UFC 311. To be honest, he seems overconfident as he believes Merab doesn't have skills to beat him. He plans on making the man tired who is known for his cardio. Umar aims to ease Islam's nerves with a perfect title win in the co-main event of UFC 311 and then pursue his long-term goal to beat Aljamain Sterling's record of most title defenses in the bantamweight division. Umar says he will fight 3 times this year and believes that Sean O'Malley will face the winner of the fight between him and Merab Dvalishvili. Dana White also confirmed yesterday that Sean O'Malley will be cage-side for the UFC 311 co-main event and could possibly be next for the winner of Merab vs Umar. Sean O'Malley also said during fight week that he wants to fight Umar Nurmagomedov because that's the fight that can make him a bigger star than Conor McGregor. But at the same time, he accepts that he needs to level up if he wants to compete with the top bantamweights in 2025. Featured bout of the card, Jiri Prochazka and Jamahal Hill started their fight week with a respectful interaction at the UFC PI on Monday night. They gave interviews during fight week but didn't say anything hateful towards each other. Prochazka says during media day that he has trained keeping his hands up for this fight and won't repeat his previous mistakes. With a good performance at UFC 311, Jiri plans to prove he is ready for a third crack at Alex Pereira and can beat him this time. When Michael Bisping asked him what he would have done if Alex Pereira had thrown gloves at him at the UFC PI, Prochazka replied that he would have said, "Let's fight." Jamahal Hill isn't worried about what the weird fans have to say about him. He is ready to show everyone his true self and thinks he will get a title shot over Magomed and Chimaev with a win this Saturday. Renato Moicano and Beneil Dariush had pretty interesting comments towards each other related to their age. Moicano asked his fans not to call Beneil Dariush old as they both are of the same age. Dariush on the other hand thinks he may be younger than Moicano, but he is not. The old man is 15 days older than the young up-and-coming prospect Renato Moicano. PPV opener Renier knows exactly what to watch out for against Holland and predicts a spectacular first minute of the fight against him. Holland also promises a good scrap and plans to expose the quit in Renier. He says he's starting early in 2025 because he plans to get at least 6 fights in this year, even 7 if possible. Now at the end of the video, here are the custom shorts for UFC 311 headliners. Co-headliner Merab also gets his custom short with a writing over it, which means a glorious death is better than a miserable life. Umar Nurmagomedov will not have custom shorts. Now let's end the video with the confirmation from Dana White that there is no chance they're moving UFC 311 to Las Vegas after LA fires. The UFC have had discussions to move the card to T-Mobile Arena, but now they're staying in Intuit Dome. Anyway, the entire UFC 311 main card will be present at tonight's pre-fight press conference, so stay subscribed to stay updated. Now I'll see you tomorrow in the next video with the highlights from the conference along with other important news. So till then, do whatever you want.